Hey there, it's Ben from Pattern Profits bringing you a few setups into Thursday, October 7th. Starting with Doximity, DOCS. We have big volume shelf that's built out here, and today's candle covered nearly all of it. Came right up against the descending trend line. This is the anchored VWAP from off of the power earnings gap that it closed just above. You're right there in between 1020 cloud, looking to clear the volume shelf on continued upside. You have anchored VWAP from off of the high here and then from off of the IPO here. That's what sets up the VWAP pinch. That comes courtesy of our friend Brian Shannon over at Alpha Trends. But that type of setup with the descending anchored VWAP from off of the high and then off of, in this case, the IPO, setting up that pinch. So we look for that to clear that descending trend line, get back above anchored VWAP from off the high. That would also put it back above the volume shelf. Would be nice too to turn this 1020 back around to provide support, turn that anchored VWAP back to the upside, then that can act as support on any pullbacks. Again, that's DOCS, DOCS. Full time frame continuity there as well. I also have MRVL, MRVL. This more of a traditional standard pivot, 6407, looking for the breakout. Tried to go today, couldn't clear. Big pocket pivot volume here though, sets it up nicely. If it wasn't so far extended, you have a power of 3 setting up right here, back above volume shelf. So this more just a traditional consolidation with good pocket pivot volume, 6407, the breakout level, looking for that to clear. I also have DT. DT, another one of these pinch type setups. We have anchored VWAP from off of the high, close right at it. You have a descending trend line just above. Volume shelf is right there where it closed. You also have 1020 cloud right there. So continued strength here. Clear the volume shelf, clear the descending trend line. This is another one that set up in the VWAP pinch. You had support here and here. That comes courtesy anchored VWAP here off of the swing low of the prior base. You saw it as act as support a couple times. So now we're looking for it to come out of the pinch there and back above volume shelf. Again, that's Dynatrace, DT. I also have SMTC, Semtech. We've taken a look at this one before, sitting right on the power earnings gap, anchored VWAP, volume shelf point of control just above, and you're right there with 1020 cloud too. So looking for that to clear anchored VWAP from off of the high. This would be early entry for that using the anchored VWAP from the power earnings gap to manage risk and only on strength. Then if you're to zoom out, you'll see that this setup we're discussing is part of a much bigger cup pattern, 83.94, the prior high up here. So if you can get out of the pinch here, look for a run back to and then eventually through that prior high. I also have UPST. This for the more aggressive traders. This is a flag up high. We'll kind of zoom in a little bit here. And descending trend line. Came right up and tagged it today. Anchored VWAP is also there, as well as the 10 MA portion of the 1020 cloud, all kind of right there. So what we need to see is it take out today's high, move above. That would push it above the declining anchored VWAP from off of the high and the descending trend line, and then push through and get that flag breakout. Very quiet volume as this has consolidated. And note that the power earnings gap back here, it hasn't even tested the anchored VWAP from that power earnings gap. So despite the weakness in the general market, UPST showing tremendous relative strength, would be a great sign if it can get above that anchored VWAP and back above 1020 cloud, break out of this flag formation. One of the leaders, so would be a good sign for growth in general. That's all I have for tonight. Hope you have a great trading day and I will see you again tomorrow.